Hey guys, Xfox here, checking out the completed version. Well, I've been running around for a week now trying to get this thing, tried and tested. But this is what I ended up with. I haven't put the actuator dumper kit on here yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I really just wanted to put the rolling chassis on this. Again, it's sort of like your childhood dream here. But anyway, if you guys can see this thing, I'll go sort of zoom in here. Again, it fit really, really nice. Again, if you guys are very curious, check out my build series. You guys can see how I did it and put all the parts on there. I'm going to go over each part of this and talk about, some of the cool things and some of the hurdles that I went over. So here we go. Alright, so one of my first hurdles, guys, was figuring out where is the battery going to go. I mean, there's a lot of places you can put a battery, but I wanted to tuck it away, and I wanted to keep it over the front axles to keep that weight down. So you can see, I tucked it right up in there. Basically, you'll see that there's actually 3 sort of bars that go across, or plastic pieces. I Dremel those out, and that battery snugs right in there. You just squish it right in there. You can secure it even more with twisty ties if you wanted to, and I might do that later, but for now, this thing works great. Next thing I did right here is, I didn't want a lot of these wires showing, so what I did is I drilled, I think that's about an inch hole right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me scoot back here. It's right there. It basically goes right into the cavity, so when I plug this in, I can tuck all of these connectors. They just tuck right in there like that, so it's a real smooth, look to it. So we'll look at the side here. So when you're looking at the side of the car, I mean, it's really sort of tucked in there, out of the way, and then when you're ready, you simply just pull this back out and unhook your battery. So again, some of you guys might want to copy that if you guys decide to go that. You can see I just did a sort of I think it's about a 1-inch hole, or maybe 1.5. I don't remember the diameter, but it's one of those little drill kits that you get. Alright, so here's the undercarriage. Again, I know this is not pretty. I tried spray painting it, and it just didn't do good. So I spray painted it once and left it at that. Again, if you guys are curious on how these were all mounted and everything, definitely check out my build series that I did. So if you guys can see, what I did is up in the front, so here's the front of the car, up in the front I ended up putting all the electronics in here. I haven't gone through and twisty tied everything yet. Again, I was more curious on making sure that this thing runs first before anything. And again, I had that 27 turn, I think it is in here, which is okay. I might end up putting the aluminum piece down here that I got from my SCX-10. Maybe give it a little rigidity, but things seems to be fine right now. You can tell this is sort of a steep angle here, but it's not too bad. It's actually sort of right on the breaking point. I do only have just the 2 bolts holding this on. I'm probably going to go for the 4 here later on. But setting this whole piece up was not too difficult, guys. Again, you guys can watch my build series on how to do it. Let's take a look at the back here. Alright, so you can see here, again, not the prettiest Dremel job, but I actually didn't have to Dremel this out. You only have to Dremel this out if you're going to use that cover that comes along with sort of the SCX-10 that goes over the hub, or goes over the spur gear right here and everything. I actually had that on there initially, but then I took it off. I'm trying to give you guys a better view here, but I decided, yeah, you know what? It's probably a good idea to mount this in here just for the sheer fact, or cut a hole here in case you want to change this out or swap it out so you don't have to take your whole chassis off of it. You guys can see basically the whole chassis is held on by 4 screws, which I drilled into the side. You guys can see. And again, you guys know my tires. Again, check out my build series. Overall, guys, this thing came out great. It works great. Hauls a bunch of stuff. Haven't had any problems with it yet. I'm probably going to go back and retweak it a little bit and maybe add that lift gate to it. I don't know. But, yeah, I hope we should have some running videos of this here soon so you guys can see. A big thank you to all you guys who've been watching it so far. Thanks again, and definitely subscribe if you guys haven't already.